Just a disclaimer, I'm not qualified to talk about mental health, so just everything I say is kind of like speculation. And you should take it with a grain of salt if I say anything that like sounds like fact. Alright, thanks. Hope you enjoy the video. So I want to cover the representation of mental health in the Owl House. It's always been a prevalent theme throughout the series, but it was highlighted in the 4th episode of Season 2, Keeping Up Appearances. The title itself suggests that some of the characters had to put up a front either because they are afraid or because it helps to alleviate their fears. In this episode, there's a heavy focus on the curse Ida and Lilith share, which can be seen as an allegory to mental health. As Ida says,
"Calm down, just calm down. The curse acts stronger when you're stressed."
The elixir they use to ward off the curse can be seen as medication, which definitely doesn't fix the problem, but it does make it more tolerable. The light glyph also brings Ida back to reality, but not Lilith, showing that certain methods of treatment only work for certain individuals. Then Ida's mom comes by and says that she's found a cure for Ida's curse. Ida doesn't believe this and is starting to get sick of her since her mom's been doing this for years. However, Lilith is thrilled that her mom came around and that she's offering a cure for the curse, and she's especially elated because she doesn't see her mom a lot. Naturally, she and Luce are in disbelief when Ida pushes her away. Lilith's view of Ida's relationship with her mom is warped, suggesting that seeing her mom once a year is regular, though most people would agree that it's not. This is most likely because her mom hasn't seen her in many years. Lilith envies Ida, and there's a chance that Ida might envy her. Later in the episode, Lilith and King are discussing the absentee of their parents. It's clear to the audience that their willingness to see them is driven by bitterness and resentment. Lilith clearly feels unwanted and wants to project her feelings onto King, saying,
"Sometimes it doesn't matter how dutiful you are or successful you are. Parents just won't give you the time of day."
Don't listen to her, Francois. My dad won't be like that.
Right. Your mysterious father, who didn't even stick around to watch you hatch.
This leads them to say how much their parents don't mean anything to them. They attempt to solidify this notion even though these are people in their lives they clearly care about. They amp each other up with these negative thoughts, reinforcing those ideas, and when Hootie asks if they're taking it too far, they say,
"It's not taking it far enough."
However, later in the episode, we see that Lilith's attitude changes and she wants to spend as much time with her parents as possible, and we can tell she really means it because when she says it, she's fueled by a much different and better emotion, being happiness. In this episode, we find out that Mrs. Clawthorne has taken all of Ida and Lilith's elixir. Both Lilith and Ida's curse are activated by stress.
What? This was all you? You weren't healing me. You nearly killed me.
Ida, please, try to stay calm.
Why? Why should I be calm? I have a right to be upset!
And envy.
Oh, is that so? Mother paying attention to Edelin again. I mean, it's not like I care.
Which was foreshadowed earlier in this episode. We find out that Mrs. Clawthorne was being scammed and she aims to fix her mistakes. She finds that the best way to reach Lilith and Ida is to console them and apologize to them. This helps because it makes them feel validated and heard, which gives them the strength to snap back into reality. In this episode, we meet Ida and Lilith's mom for the first time and get to see their dynamics with her. We learn more about the curse and how it behaves. Luce and Mrs. Clawthorne are able to help Ida and Lilith manage the curse, though there were some setbacks along the way. I want to bring up a few more points on how this episode correlates to mental health. Before Ida and Lilith split the curse, the elixir stopped working for Ida, but after they split, they began to work again. I think this can be compared to how medicine can stop working over time, either because your body is becoming immune to the response, it's been overused, or the ailment is getting stronger, and the effects of the medicine are less and less effective. I also found it interesting how Mrs. Clawthorne would go to any length to help cure the curse. It was sweet of her, but in her own words.
Beast keepers told me the curse couldn't be tamed, and the healers told me it couldn't be healed.
I think this is important because this supports the message of listening to and trusting experts. Of course, it never hurts to do offhand research, which Mrs. Clawthorne did do, but her trials came up dead. When Mrs. Clawthorne brought up how she didn't know how the elixirs were made and how there could be some bad stuff in them, Ida said she did know what was in them, which given how long she's had the curse is probably true. And it doesn't seem to taste good, so she was also probably concerned at some point too. And I think Mrs. Clawthorne should have trusted Ida's judgment. With all that being said, that was my analysis of the Owl House and how it depicted mental health. I hope you enjoyed, have a great day, and thanks for watching.